Welcome to Anchorage, Alaska, here where the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks take on the Anchorage Bucs. Mulcahy Stadium here on a fairly nice Tuesday evening. We're set for a high-powered ABL clash. The Bucs, as you may know, have a very good offense. Let's just say that. They are sitting in first place atop the ABL standings. It's not particularly close. 7-2 they are at. Just a good start, and one could definitely argue that it is been their hitting that has carried them thus far. As for the Chinooks, they have turned it on as of late in the hitting department, haven't been able to limit the other teams. They got their first official win on Sunday against the Matsu Miners in Palmer. A crazy one. They took it 12-9 last night. Got a lot of runs and hits on the board, but couldn't quite get it done at home against the Glacier Pilots. Fell 9-6 there. Tonight, on the road against the best team in the league, but we've hit well against them so far. We'll see if that can continue. It's going to take a big effort. We'll see if the Chinooks are up to it. Let's take a look at the lineups for both teams. Again, you're going to see some of these stats for the Bucs. It's pretty impressive what they've done on the offensive side of the ball. Leading off for the Anchorage Bucs is center fielder number 17, Kai McGarry. He's hitting .323 with 10 hits and 10 RBIs. Batting second, it's the right fielder number 19, Logan Ewell, hitting .308 with 8 hits and 3 RBIs. In the 3 spot for the Bucs, the designated hitter number 1, Luke Taylor. He's hitting .286 with 10 hits, 3 home runs, and 12 RBIs. Batting cleanup for the Bucs, it is the second baseman, number 13, Landon Underhill. He's hitting .344 with 11 hits and a home run. Batting fifth for the Bucs, the third baseman, number 7, James Provencio. He's hitting .385 with 10 hits and 6 RBIs. Batting in the 6th hole for the Bucs, the left fielder, number 6, Cooper Saselski. He's hitting .067 with 1 hit, 2 RBIs. In the 7th spot, the first baseman, number 30, Corey Bantam, hitting .154 with 2 hits, 3 RBIs on the season. In the 8th spot for the Bucs, the catcher, number 10, Ren Matsuzaki, hitting .400 with 4 hits and 3 RBIs. And rounding out the Bucs lineup tonight, it is the shortstop, number 9, Grant Haas. He's hitting .300 with 9 hits, 8 RBIs. On the mound for the Bucs, it is number 8, Sean Toger, the two-way player out of Garden City Community College, hometown of Fort Collins, Colorado. In 2 starts, wasn't credited with a win or a loss, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned in his 5 innings pitched. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, altogether an ERA of 1.8. As for your Chinooks tonight, the leadoff man, it is the right fielder, number 8, Aiden Tauscher. He's hitting .200 with 3 hits, 5 RBIs. In the 2nd spot, it is the center fielder, number 6, Isaiah Peredo. He's hitting .333 with 8 hits and 4 RBIs. In the 3rd spot, the second baseman, number 4, Carson Clark. He's hitting .190 with 4 hits and 5 RBIs. In the cleanup spot, it's the designated hitter, number 3, Brady Groves. He's hitting .176 with 3 hits and a home run. In the 5th spot, the shortstop, number 7, Tate Green. He's hitting .286 with 8 hits and a home run. In the 6th spot for the Chinooks, the left fielder, number 2, Nick Hockemeyer. Hitting .278 with 5 hits and 3 RBIs. In the 7th hole, it is the first baseman, number 21, Jake Mitchell, hitting .120 with 3 hits. In the 8th spot, the catcher tonight, number 11, Tim Reynolds. He is still searching for official ABL hit number 1. And rounding out your Chinook lineup tonight, it is the third baseman, number 1, Trent Cornell. He is hitting 154 with 2 hits and an RBI. On the mound for the Chinooks, it is number 14, Christian Foltz, out of Messiah University, hometown of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. In his one start, he was credited with a loss, but it was a pretty good showing. 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Only 1 walk and 7 strikeouts for an ERA of 1.5. His last start was back home against the Bucs. We fell in that one 4-1, but although he's credited with the loss, a real good showing, only giving up the 1 run to this potent of a Bucs offense in 6 innings. So maybe he can do the same again tonight and give the Chinooks a chance to win it. That is what we need. Again, the offense has been clicking on all cylinders the past few days. It's just been a question of, can we get timely outs, and we have not. 9 runs given up both of the past 2 days. And thankfully on Sunday we were able to out-hit the Miners. Yesterday just fell a little bit short against the Glacier Pilots. Here in Anchorage, we tend to hit it well against the Bucs, but we'll just have to see. You know, it's just kind of a question of whether you're a building trust or not. But we have come short in all those contests. 9-7, 13-3. And again, that 13-3 looks like we didn't hit it well, but the final score didn't tell the story. We didn't hit it efficiently, but we did get on base, hit it well. So, yeah, I think we're just going to have to wait and see how this one falls, needing another win at 1-7 in conference play. It's been a little bit of a rough stretch. Picking back up, though. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule before we hit the national anthem here. Again, I mentioned it the past 2 days. It was the Miners in Palmer, back home against the Pilots. 1-1 in the last 2. It's a long stretch of games. This is game number 3 of our 5-game stretch. So today here in Anchorage, tomorrow out to Palmer against the Miners at 6 o'clock. And then to wrap it all up, on Thursday against the Bucs again, but this time in Chugiak, 6 o'clock. So, you know, again, not an easy stretch. Probably the 2 best teams in the league. The Glacier Pilots are making a case for team number 2, but I think I'd give the Miners the edge right now. Just the way they can hit it has been more impressive than what I've seen from the Pilots this season. But, you know, the Pilots have a great pitching staff. Miners' pitching staff's been good, but not great. So we'll see how that all shakes out. But right now the Bucs are in the driver's seat. And we've got 2 in the next 3 days against them. We'll see how they shake out. More importantly, tonight, it will be a good one. Slightly cloudy. See if the sun can peek through at any point. Definitely keep an eye on the game tomorrow night in Palmer. Obviously, we'd love to play, but it is a natural field there. So if it gets a little bit rainy at all tomorrow, we may have a little bit of a problem playing that game. So keep an eye on any scheduled changes there. But otherwise, we are looking forward to that one tomorrow night back in Palmer. Let's take a quick break for the national anthem, and then we will get ready for the first pitch.
Your Anchorage Bucs are managed by Joe Silva. Now fans
Sean Toger on the mound for the Bucs to start out this contest. Again, he is a two-way player for the Bucs out of Garden City Community College. We've seen him hit well against us. We've seen him once on the mound before this, so we will see what he gets tonight. He's pitched it well as hit it. So we're going to see what he can do tonight on the mound. In 2 appearances, it was 5 innings pitched, so he hasn't gone very deep. If you remember correctly, he was the starter in that 4-1 loss at in Chugiak, and while he didn't score, or while we didn't score on him, we ran up his pitch count very high, and he had to be taken out after 2 innings. So we'll see how it looks tonight. Surely probably not the same. 2-0. Fires one at the knees to Aiden Tauser, who's leading things off for the Chinooks today. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Curveball in there. It's 2-2. Thanks to everyone who has joined us. We appreciate your support. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's high. 3-2. Full count now to Aiden Tauscher to start this ball game out. This one's lifted high into the air in shallow right field. Underneath it is Ewell for out number 1. So Tauscher goes down. Isaiah Peridot to the plate. There's 1 out, nobody on. He will face Sean Toger for the first time today. First pitch from Toger. Good breaking ball, finds the zone, 0-1. The Chinooks in their navy blue jerseys. Red letters trimmed in white as Peridot swings big through that one. It is 0-2. Road gray pants trimmed in that same navy blue. It is the red front paneled AIA caps, and Peridot goes down on 3 strikes. Swung through, came up empty. It's Carson Clark at the plate, the second baseman. Bucs in their home whites, pinstriped. Got the black letters and numbers trimmed in yellow. White front paneled cap with the yellow B on the front. 1-0 outside, and it's 2-0 now to Carson Clark. Not a huge crowd today here at Mulcahy Stadium. 2-0. This one's fouled back. It is 2-1 now. 2-1. It's low and inside. 3-1 to Clark. Maybe the Chinooks can extend the inning here with a walk. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It is lined out into left center. That'll drop for a base hit, and it's going to roll toward the wall. And that is a... Oh, he's trying for 3. He couldn't pick it up. And that is a stand-up triple for Carson Clark. I thought he was just going to settle in at second. He had picked it up at the warning track, and then I think he just wasn't focused enough on it, and it got away from him, rolled all the way to the wall, and that is a stand-up triple for Carson Clark. So all of a sudden, what was 2 outs, nobody on, now it's a runner on third with 2 outs. Brady Groves at the plate. He lifts this one high into the air in foul territory. Is it going to be playable? Yes, and that will do it. Play is made by Bantam and they will strand Carson Clark. Nothing doing in the top of the first for the Chinooks. No runs on one hit, no errors, one left on base. Scoreless here in Anchorage. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska, here at Mulcahy Field. Leading off for the Bucs, it is Kai McGarry. He's hitting .323 with 10 hits and 10 RBIs on the season. He'll face Christian Foltz, the starter for the Chinooks. First pitch is fouled away, so it's 0-1. In Christian Foltz's one start, it was a loss, but that doesn't tell the whole story. 6 innings pitched as this one's lined right at Tate Green over to first in time for out number 1. So Kai McGarry goes down. Brings up Logan Ewell, the right fielder. He's hitting .308 with 8 hits, 3 RBIs. And as I was saying, that loss doesn't tell the story. It was 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts, only 1 walk, ERA of 1.5. So, against this high-powered of a Bucs offense, to give up 1 run in 6 innings, that's pretty good. I know we ended up losing that ball game, but that was a pretty good outing. 1-0. Outside, 2-0 now to Ewell. And hopefully we can get the same out of him today. If he can go 6 innings, give up 1 run, that really gives us a chance here in this ball game if we can keep hitting like we have in the past few games. 3-0, however, to Ewell here. Can he rein it back in, put it in the zone? No, he cannot. Every single pitch right on that outside half, and it is 4 straight balls to Ewell. Luke Taylor, the designated hitter. He has been raking all year. 10 hits, 3 home runs, and 12 RBIs. The DH out of Long Beach State. He has put the league on notice. Fastball just misses below the knees, 1-0. He's got a runner on first with 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. He steps off, throws over to first. Not in time, just trying to keep him close. 1-0. It's fouled back. 1-1. Christian Foltz comes set. It is Ewell on first. 1 out. Luke Taylor at the plate. 1-1. Here's the pitch outside. 2-1 now. Two and two. Foltz comes set from the stretch. He kicks and throws. Runner goes. Reynolds fires it over. Not in time. So that is a stolen base for Logan Ewell. He's in at second. 3-1 now to Taylor. Foltz comes set. Checks on Ewell. 3-1 is fouled back, so we're full now. Big pitch. Now to get out a big-time hitter. Can Foltz do it? Christian Foltz comes set. Swing and a miss. That will sit Luke Taylor down. Good pitch there from Christian Foltz. Landon Underhill at the plate now. He's got a runner on second with 2 down. Underhill hitting .344 with 11 hits and a long bomb. Can he move Ewell around to score? That is the question. Or can the Chinooks get out of this thing scoreless? Strike on the outside half. It is 0-1. 0-1 pitch from Foltz. Good pitch there. Just couldn't get him to chase. Breaking ball. Falls out. And it is 1-1 now. Here comes the 1-1. This one is driven very high, very deep. There's no doubt about this one. That was gone the moment it left the bat. Landon Underhill makes it 2 bombs on the season. And that just was crushed. You could hear it, and you could see it. I mean, Aiden Tauscher didn't even make a run at that thing. That was mushed. So make it 2-0 Bucs. That thing just left the yard without any doubt. I'm curious what the distance on that was, because I didn't even see where it landed, but that was a moonshot. James Provencio at the plate. 2-0 Bucs. 2 gone, bases empty. 1 ball, no strikes. It's in there. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it was a good pitch there from Christian Foltz. Kind of pulled the string out from underneath him. Got him to foul it away, though. 1-2. Looking for the punch-out pitch. Get him out of the inning. Outside, and it is 2-2 now. Boy, was that ball drilled by Underhill. 3-2, count is full. There's not a whole lot to say about that. That's possibly the only home run of this season that I've seen that I just knew the instant it came off the bat. And this one's lined out towards left, in there for a base hit. Provencio keeps this inning alive as Cooper Soselski comes to the plate. Landon Underhill out of Dallas Baptist University. So playing for a good D1 program, and you could see why. That ball, I mean, normally with how high a ball like that is hit, that's not going to carry the way that one did, but ball was smoked. I'll stop talking about it now, but I mean, you just got to admire talent when you see it, especially we don't have, professional sports here in Alaska, so this is some of the most talented guys we're going to get to see playing live in our state. And it's impressive. 1-1 outside, and it is 2-1. Cooper Soselski. It's 2-1. Swings through that one. 2-2. He's got a runner on first. It's James Provencio, the teammate of our very own Liam Neely. They both play together at Texas A&M Texarkana. Pokes it just through the gap, and that will put runners on first and second. The hitting barrage already starting for the Bucs, and it's only inning number 1. Provencio over to second. Soselski, who only had 1 hit on the season, gets his second right there. Corey Bantam, the first baseman, he will take the plate with runners on first and second. 2 gone, however, so Christian Foltz has an opportunity to get out of this thing. Good pitch there. It clips the bottom right corner. That's about as good of a pitch as you're going to get. Coming right across the numbers and falls down and in. So credit to Christian Foltz there. 0-1. Good stop there from Reynolds, and there's no advance from the runners. 1-1. One ball, one strike. Foltz kicks and throws. Strike called. Good little breaking ball there. Moving from east to west. 1-2 now. Here it comes. That will get him looking, and that will finish out an action-packed first inning of play. It was characterized by that 2-run home run from Landon Underhill. And there was 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Bucs. 2-0 after the first. Chinooks look to get it back in the second. Tate Green will lead off for the Chinooks here in the second. Chinooks got a runner to third on the Carson Clark triple in the first. Couldn't do anything with it. Maybe this time around that will change. Green lifts it down the line. It stays fair, but it is caught by Logan Ewell. That is out number one. Brings up Nick Hockemeyer, who's been pretty good at the plate recently. On the season, he's hitting .278 with 5 hits and 3 RBIs. A lot of that, like I mentioned, has come in this last week. Inside, it is 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Toger. This one turned on very hard, but just foul. So 1-1. One gone, bases are empty. Hockemeyer steps in. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Toger from the windup. That was nowhere close. Sails well over the head of Matsuzaki, the catcher. But doesn't really matter a whole lot. It's 2-1. No one on base. And that one's inside, so Hockemeyer ahead. Sean Toger needing to rein it back in, find the zone here. Here's the 3-1. It's turned on, but right at the first baseman. Flips it on to Toger for out number 2. So with 2 gone, nobody on base, Jake Mitchell, after not being in the lineup yesterday, he will try his luck today, hitting 120 with 3 hits on the season. A little bit cold, but hopefully that off day will do him good. Lifts this one high into the air, and catch is made by Underhill. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Down the Chinooks go in short order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. On to the home half where the Bucs look to extend their lead. It's 2-0.
Now batting for your Anchorage Bucs, the catcher, number 10, Ren Matsuzaki.
Ren Matsuzaki will lead it off here in the second for the Bucs. He's hitting .400 with 4 hits and 3 RBIs on this young season. 2-0, the Bucs lead it. That was courtesy of the Landon Underhill home run, and that will plunk Matsuzaki right in the head. Got away from Fultz a little bit. So it's a runner on first with nobody gone. Grant Haas, the shortstop, at the plate. He's hitting it well. 300 with 9 hits and 8 RBIs. He'll step in now. Runner on first, nobody gone. The Chinooks aren't careful. We've seen it before. The Bucs are able to jump on you real quick. You know, they had the home run in the last inning, but the Chinooks able to manage it pretty well. Didn't give up anything else. But runner on first, no outs. Obviously, Chinooks can get out of this one for sure. But they just keep hitting the ball. They don't slow down. So you got to manage it really well. And we're going to have to start putting up runs. No doubt about it. Because we've just seen this Bucs team hit and hit and hit. 0-2 to Matsusaki. He lines it right at green. Potentially a double play here. And they get it. That's exactly what you need. Way to execute. And there's 2 gone now. No one on base. And they'll bring it back to the top of the order. A dangerous hitter in Kai McGarry. He is 0 for 1. Grounded out in his first time up. First pitch to McGarry. Finds the zone. Breaking ball dropped in. It's 0-1. Good curveball, just misses outside. Couldn't get him to chase there. 1-1. Here is the 1-1. Again, I can't really see, depth perception north to south very well from my angle in this box, but that looked like a generous call. It is 1-2, however. Fouled away, so we'll do it again. McGarry lost his bat there. So, but I think 2 of those strike calls, definitely favorable from the umpire to Chinooks. But, I don't really have the best angle on the north to south. So, I could be wrong. 1-2 after that pitch was fouled away. And that one is surely high. 2-2 now. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Fultz inside. Nearly got him. McGarry gets out of the way. It is 3-2 full count. Here it comes. Payoff pitch. No, just misses high. And McGarry will trot on down to first. It's Logan Ewell who walked and scored on the Underhill home run in the first. He'll stand in to face Fultz for the second time today. 2 gone, runner on first. Swing and a miss from Ewell. Oh and 1. Fultz steps off. Back in there safely. Fultz comes set. Kicks and throws. It's outside. 1-1 now. Big thank you to everyone who has joined in. Been a couple of exciting games the past 2 nights. Hopefully another one tonight here. We really just appreciate all of you guys who support Chinooks baseball in whatever way that is, but we really appreciate it. We can't do all this without a lot of support. And that is a stolen base there for McGarry. Two and one now. Foltz comes set from the stretch. Here's the 2-1 to Ewell. It's outside. And 3-1. Logan Ewell ahead. He's 1 for 1 today. No. He walked his first time up. So 0 for 0. He did score on that walk. So that is definitely something. It's outside and he'll walk again. So back-to-back walks delivered by Foltz. Luke Taylor, the designated hitter, struck out swinging his first time up. We know he's a dangerous hitter. What will he do this time? He's got runners on first and second. The Chinooks were in a good spot. Bases empty with 2 outs after that double play. But now all of a sudden it's runners on first and second with a very good hitter at the plate. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 now. Foltz checking on second. Now he delivers. Gets a big swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 now to Taylor. Can Foltz strike Taylor out for the second time today? He swung out of his shoes on that last pitch. Here comes. It'll get away. I thought it hit him, but apparently not. I don't know how it got away if it didn't hit him. Looks like it beamed him square in the thigh, but I don't know. Missed something. It is going to be runners on second and third, though. McGarry on third, Ewell at second. 1-2 to Luke Taylor. Now this is a really big spot. And this one's lifted out into shallow right field. Easily played. And that is out number 3. So the Chinooks hold the Bucs. Bend, dope, break defense right there. It was no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We head on to the top of the third, where the Chinooks look to cut into the deficit. It's 2-0 Bucs. Excuses are cheap. A DUI isn't. The average cost of a DUI in Alaska is $23,000. Don't drive impaired. Arrive alive. This message brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office. Leading off for the Chinooks here in the top of the third, it is Tim Reynolds, the catcher out of TCU, still searching for hit number 1 on the ABL season. 0-1. Outside, 1-1 now. Still Sean Toger on the mound for the Bucs. He's pitched it well so far. Just the 1 triple to Carson Clark. 2-1 now. Misses just outside. Here's the 2-1 pitch. From the windup, Toger delivers. Good pitch there. Breaking ball in there. It is 2-2. Two-two pitch from Toger. Fastball got him. And that is out number 1. Trent Cornell at the plate. He's got 1 out, nobody on. Center field shifted a little bit to the left, not much. Playing fairly shallow, though, so they can get something over his head. That would be surely extra bases. 1-0. One and one. That's what I really think. If you're gonna drive the ball, drive it to center right now because he's played pretty far in. He drives it right out to right, however. And Logan Ewell was not playing in, easily caught, and that is out number 2. It's a hard hit ball. I mean, about as good as you can ask on a line, but not in the right spot. Aiden Tauscher back to the top of the order for the Chinooks inside, and it is 1-0. Fastball right down Broadway. It's 1-1 now. Tauscher steps back in from the windup. Here's the 1-1 from Toger. Just misses outside. 2-1. The 2-1 becomes 3-1. It misses high. And Tauscher is ahead. There's 2 gone, nobody on base. And this one poked over the head of Haas, and that is a base hit for Aiden Tauscher. Good piece of hitting there. So it's a runner on first for Isaiah Peridot. He flew out, or excuse me, he struck out his first time up. He's got 2 gone, runner on first. That is Aiden Tauscher. Toger steps off. Toger comes set. First pitch to Peridot. Here comes. Good pitch there. That's a strike. 0-1. Starting to see some dark clouds roll in, but also the sun peek out. So we'll see what weather wins out here in Anchorage. Hopefully the sun. We would love to keep this game going. 0-2 now to Peridot. So Toger is ahead. There is a runner on first. Can Peridot keep the inning alive? 0-2. Toger throws over to first. No balls, 2 strikes. Toger in a little bit of a close stance there. Puts it outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Sean Toger coming set after he checks on Tauscher. Tauscher goes, it's high, and the throw won't get him. Stolen base there for Aiden Tauscher, and it's a runner in scoring position. Two and 2 to Peridot. He's fought back to even after going down 0-2. Carson Clark in the on-deck circle for the Chinooks. Toger taking a long, hard look over at second. It's slowly grounded over to second. And the throw gets away. That will score one for the Chinooks. It went out of play, so that will give Peridot second. We'll see what the official scoring on that is. Obviously going to be an error, but will they give him the hit first? That is the question. And I don't think they did. Just going to give him an error. Isaiah Peridot on base with the error. And it's Carson Clark who tripled his last time up. It is 2-1 now. Chinooks will score Tauscher. Peridot's on second. It's 1-0 to Clark. So hey, all of a sudden, this game is definitely not so far out of reach. Two and 0. Clark steps back in. And obviously it was never too far out of reach, but Chinooks hadn't really gotten anything going as this one's lifted high into the air on the infield. Who's got it? It is Grant Haas. Makes the play, and that's out number 3. Chinooks do get one, however. An efficient inning for the Chinooks. They strike for 1 on just 1 hit. There was an error and 1 left on base. We head on to the home half of the third. We'll see if the Bucs can respond. It is 2-1 Anchorage Bucs. Landon Underhill, who homered his first time up, will take the plate for at-bat number 2 against Christian Foltz. Back out for the Chinooks. The Chinooks took one back in the top half of the third. This one's lined right through the gap, and that's a base hit. Underhill will be 2 for 2 now today. So it's a runner on first with nobody gone. James Provencio at the plate. He singled his first time up. Bucs looking to start a rally here. Foltz comes set. Runner goes. Reynolds fires it over there. No chance. And Underhill in safely at second. 1-0 now for Provencio. Provencio steps in. He'll see the 0-1 from Foltz. Foltz will step off. Thought Underhill might be taken off. Gonna hold him there at second. Fultz looking him back in. Delivers. It's outside. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The flag today, absolutely dead. There is no wind to speak of whatsoever. Big swing and a miss there. It's 1-2. So, not a whole lot of wind factor. And it's not going to help any fly balls, but not going to hurt them either. So, this one's on the ground. And, oh, we got Taylor in a pickle there. Or, excuse me, that's Underhill. And he goes down. So, it's a fielder's choice there for Provencio. They get the lead runner. And so that's a pretty good trade-off there for the Chinooks. They get the guy headed to third. So it's a runner on first now. Cooper Soselski, he singled his first time up. He's got a runner on first with 1 out. Fultz throws it on over. First pitch here to Soselski. Here it comes. It's fouled back. 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Here it comes. Nasty curveball there. Got him swinging at air. It is 0-2. Really good pitch there from Fultz. That had a lot of bite to it. Here's the 0-2. Where does he go? Fultz ahead. 1 out. Runner on first. Got him. Cooper Soselski goes down looking. And now the Chinooks in the driver's seat. 2 gone. Runner on first. With Corey Bantam, who went down looking his last time up at the plate. After what was a promising start to the inning, the Bucs searching for answers right now. First pitch to Bantam. It is low and away. So 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Bantam. Did he go? Yes, he did. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Fultz steps off, throws over to first. Just trying to keep Provencio close. 1-1's fouled back, and it's 1-2 now. Here in the bottom of the third, the Bucs lead it 2-1. Those runs came on the Landon Underhill 2-run shot. Here's the 1-2. It's outside on the slider. So it is 2-2 now. Two pitch, swung on and missed, sends Bantam fishing, and the Chinooks get out of it. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. On to the top of the 4th, where the Chinooks look to even this ball game up and take the lead. Bucs lead it 2-1 after 3. Brady Groves to lead off the fourth for the Chinooks. He flew out in foul territory his first time up. Looking to turn it around right here. Still Sean Toger out for his fourth inning of work. Giving up just the one run. I don't believe it's going to be earned, however, because it was on an error. But if you're a Chinooks fan, you don't really care. It's up there, and that's what matters. And Brady Groves crushes this one out towards center on a full sprint back there. This one's gone to dead center. Brady Groves. Home run number 2 on the season. And the dugout is hyped. That is a tie ball game. Look at the dugout. They're loving it. You could hear someone say 450 dead center. I don't know that it was 450, but that wall is 400. And that ball is fair. Tate Green rounding first into second with a double. So just like that, the Chinooks in this thing. It's 2-2. Oh boy, we are in for a good one tonight. And yes, E Street, it is a great night for baseball. I know you're talking about the weather, which it is. But 2-2. Chinooks putting it together, runner on second, nobody out. It's just outside 1-0. What I was saying, though, about that Groves home run, it is 400, I believe, to dead center. So that ball might have cleared 400 feet, which in a wood bat league, that's pretty good. I don't know how far Underhill's was, but his might have been close to it as well. And the throw over to first gets away. This will give the Chinooks the lead. Tate Green comes home, and that's a base hit for Nick Hockemeyer. The Chinooks dugout starting to get rowdy. They can feel it. 3-2 Chinooks. Jake Mitchell at the plate. What a game we've seen so far. I said it at the beginning of the game. The Chinooks have been hitting it well recently, and we're starting to see this game is no exception. The offense has come alive. They've taken the lead 3-2. Jake Mitchell, he flew out his first time up. Can he keep the rally going? There's nobody out. Runner on first. It's Nick Hockemeyer. Groves scored on the home run. Tate Green doubled, then came home to score on that wild pitch over to, or wild throw over to first. Strike one in there. Mitchell lets it go by. No balls, one strike. Here's the 0-1. This one's hammered. There's no doubt about it. You can kiss it goodbye. Jake Mitchell goes yard. A 2-run shot. Make it 5-2 Chinooks. That ball was hammered. And right now it is all Chinooks here in the fourth. Jake Mitchell, his first bomb of the year. The water's coming out at the dugout. Still nobody gone. And there's already 4 up in the inning. Tim Reynolds at the plate. He's still searching for hit number 1. But he's going to have to do it against a new pitcher. That will do it for Toger's day. He got rocked after a great start. And we will get the new pitcher name and stats to you when we come back.
Chinooks Bucs calls the Pepsi bullpen. Now on the mound, number 33, Trace Hartman. Bucs fans, we've got another lucky ticket winner. The new winning number, 065333. That number again, 065333. Congratulations. Returning to the plate, the catcher number 11, Tim Reynolds.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Bucs. It is Trace Hartman. He'll have to face Tim Reynolds as the Chinooks are in the midst of a big-time rally. 4 runs on the board already here in the 4th. It's 5-2 Chinooks. Tim Reynolds at the plate. He's still searching for hit number 1 of the season. Will the new pitcher, fresh arm, win out, or the Chinook momentum? We'll see right here, 1-1. This one is fouled away, so 1-2 now. Hartman, in his 2 appearances, it's 2 wins, no losses. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 5 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1.5 ERA on the season. Out of the University of Charleston. 1-2 to Reynolds. Got him looking upstairs. That's a tough call. But Tim Reynolds goes down. Looked like it was definitely above the belt, but again, I'm not in the best angle up here. Umpire says it got him, and Reynolds goes down. Trent Cornell at the plate. He flew out his first time up. In East Street, I agree that this is. I've been around the Chinooks here for about 4 years, and 3 to 4 years watching ABL, and I have absolutely never seen this many home runs, especially not from the Chinooks. I mean, we've had 2 today from the Chinooks, 1 from the Bucs, and I think what we saw in the first 2 weeks from the Chinooks, as far as home runs go, was about what we normally see from a Chinooks team the whole summer. So, I mean, as Cornell goes down swinging, makes it 2 gone. I mean, it's the way the game's going nowadays, but even still, like, I mean, we're just getting more talent up here, I think. I mean, especially with we're playing with wood bats. That hasn't changed, you know. And obviously, again, you can credit it to how the game has changed, and it has. People are swinging the bat to go deep, but still, it's been impressive. Definitely, the talent pool is getting a little better up here. So, hopefully, you can get close to what we've seen in the past. It's 2-0 to Aiden Tauger. We're back at the top of the Chinook order. He singled and scored his last time up. That was the first run of the Chinooks day. It's 5-2. 3-0 here to Tauscher. On deck, it is Isaiah Peridot. 3-0 pitch. Misses down low, so 4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls. Tauscher will take first. So a little bit of life again for the Chinooks after a marvelous string of hitting. 2 straight strikeouts kind of killed the momentum, but now there is a runner on first with a good hitter, Isaiah Peredo, at the plate. He came into the ballgame hitting .333. Struck out his first at-bat, reached on an error in the third, which was the play that drove Tauscher home. 0-1. Hartman. He kicks and throws. Runner goes. And Matsuzaki, did he get him? Yes, he did. A great throw from behind home plate. And that will end the inning. Peredo will get another chance his next time up in the fifth. But either way, it was a great inning for the Chinooks. 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 of them via the home run, and it was no errors and 1 left on base. 5-2, the Chinooks lead it here in Anchorage. The seatbelt is the biggest assist your car can give you. Be a team player. Wear your seatbelt. Arrive alive. This message brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office. Back here in Anchorage, the Chinooks lead at 5-2 after a big-time 4th inning. Here in the bottom half, the Bucs are looking to take it back. Ren Matsuzaki got hit by a pitch his first time up. Will stand in to face Christian Foltz, who's still in the game for the Chinooks. Good pitch there. Strike 1 at the knees. Yeah, it could, definitely, tight stitching on the ball. There was, like I mentioned earlier, there's no wind today, so that does help a little bit. But, even days where you have very strong wind blowing out, you still don't see all the time what we've seen today. These are guys just getting good jumps on the ball. These are no-doubters. All of these are crushed. These have not needed any help from the wind. That's not been true with some of the home runs we've seen this year. Definitely a few that have kind of peppered the foul poles, but these today, all 3 of them, just absolute bombs. This one's on the ground to third. Great throw from Trent Cornell. It's out number 1. And, man, this has just been an exciting game all around, especially if you're a Chinook fan. We'll see if they can hold on to it. It's just been a lot of offense in the ABL this year, and we know there's a lot of good hitters, so no lead is safe. We've seen that the past couple of days. I heard it from the Miners announcers on Sunday. If you watch that game, you know all about that. And then last night, the Pilots announcer, Casey Roll, he said, "I've never felt so unsafe about a 4-run lead," and that's fair. It was a crazy game. 0-1 to Grant Haas. Outside, 1-1. It's 1-2 now to Haas. He said the flag is straight out. It is starting to blow a little bit, but those first 2 were definitely it was straight down hanging. on those first 2 homers, but maybe that last one. And that one's caught in foul territory, so 2 gone. Unless, is there another flag I'm missing? Because I didn't realize you could see it in the picture, or I guess you could be here in the stands. But you're right, it is blowing now, actually fairly strong. But at least on the first Bucs home run, maybe Groves as well, it was hanging down. No wind at all, but it is definitely blowing a little bit now. You're right. So, in fact, I see your red umbrella here. I should have noticed that. Thanks for tuning in with us. So it's 2 gone. 1 and 2 now after that one's fouled away. Bases are empty. Chinooks looking to get out of it to cap a really nice 4th inning. It's outside, 2 and 2. Yeah, it's been off and on. But, I mean, again, I don't think any of those balls needed the wind's help to get out. But yeah, I mean, it is something to keep an eye on for sure as the night goes on. People do underestimate how much the wind can really help a fly ball get out. And Kai McGarry had tossed his bat to the side. He was ready to trot onto first on ball 4, but umpire has other plans. That is strike number 3 and out number 3. We head on to the top of the 5th inning. Bucs go down, 3 up and 3 down. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head on to the top of the 5th where the Chinooks look to extend their lead. It's 5-2. Chinooks lead it. Leading off for the Chinooks, Isaiah Peredo back up to the plate. He was batting when Tauscher got caught stealing, so he's going to get another chance at it. 0 for 2, did reach on an error in the 3rd. It's Trace Hartman back out. He came in relief of Toger after the Chinooks went on their big run. Strike 1 in there. It's 0-1. And yeah, I have seen some of the cotton definitely blowing, so that's a good point. Blowing the cotton off the trees. It is 1-1. Misses upstairs. Or umpire says 1-2 scoreboard. Missing a strike there. But yeah, it's so wind blowing on and off, and it is blowing out. So that's, I mean, what matters most. So be looking for any fly balls into the air that might get a little boost. Strikeout called. Peredo really didn't like the call there, but he goes down looking. Carson Clark, who's 1 for 2, had that triple back in the 1st at the plate. 1 gone, nobody on base. So This one is driven down the line. It might fall fair. It does. Bounces out of fair territory, but it is in there. That is a stand-up double for Carson Clark. He's having himself a good day. A double and a triple. So 2 extra base hits for Carson Clark. Now it's Brady Groves, who homered to dead center his first time up. Definitely an impressive feat. First pitch to him. Strike at the knees on the slider, 0-1. It's Clark at second. Also, want to mention that that Groves home run makes him the first player on the Chinooks to 2 home runs. So congratulations to him. His first home run actually came here at Mulcahy Stadium against the Bucs last week. 0-2 to Groves. And that was one of those ones that kind of just pulled to the foul pole and snuck out. But the one today, definitely not. It is 0-2. Last pitch was fouled back there. 1 out runner on second. This one's lifted. It might drop, and it will. That's a base hit for Brady Groves. Kind of put it right in the Bermuda Triangle there between short, right, and center. And Groves starting to have himself a good day. Carson Clark over to third, and maybe the Chinooks can add to their lead. Tate Green, who we know is a great hitter, back at the plate. Not his best day yesterday. Went 0 in the loss to the Pilots. He's 1 for 2 today. Scored on a double in that big 4th inning. Runners on the corners right now with 1 out. He lifts it high into foul territory. Underneath it is Bantam. That's out number 2. So it's up to Nick Hockemeyer now to put these runners across. I just want to say thank you to E Street. What's your name so I can not call you E Street? But I appreciate conversation in the chat as that one's flown out into center field. They strand the pair. But I appreciate having some conversation starters for the broadcast here. It makes it more fun. And we love seeing you with your big red umbrella at every game. Anyway, the Chinooks go down. No runs across on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on base. Chinooks still leading 5-2 here in Anchorage. Back on the mound for the Chinooks here in the bottom of the 5th. It is Christian Foltz. He will face Logan Ewell, the Bucs right fielder. He's walked both times today. The Chinooks leading at 5-2. Couldn't get those runners across the last time up in the top half. So although We had a big inning in the fourth there. Kind of getting back to that story line on the season. Couldn't get runners in scoring position home. But there is a grounder over to second. Ewell goes down for the first time today. And there's one out. Christian Foltz has bounced back very nicely in this outing after giving up that initial home run to Landon Underhill. Now it is Luke Taylor who is over 2 today. I know we've been talking a lot about the home run today. He's got 3 of them on the season. Swing and a miss. He was really looking to go deep there. Kind of swung himself out of his shoes on that pitch. 0-1, Christian Foltz from the windup. And this one's poked. Will it get through the gap? No, not enough heat on it. And good throw from Clark will get him. So 2 down now quickly. And it's Landon Underhill who did go deep his first time up. Had a single his last time, so he's 2 for 2 and very dangerous right now. The second baseman out of Dallas Baptist University. This would be big if Christian Foltz can get out of this right here. Bunt laid down and should be no problem. That will do it. 3 up, 3 down. The Bucs retired in short order. And there was no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Chinooks turn back at the plate. They look to extend their lead. It is 5-2, Chugiak here in Anchorage.
At this time, the Chinooks Bucs would like to thank all of our host families. The Mattingly family, the Cruz family, the Sooner family, the Gillis family, the Marchant family, Michael Fredericks and Will Hughes, the Hickman family, the Bolavecchio family, Shelby Mattingly, and the Jensen family. Give them a big round of applause for their dedication and service to Anchorage Bucs baseball.
It's going to be Jake Mitchell to lead it off for the Chinooks here against Trace Hartman. Mitchell, he homered in his last time up. It was that 2-run shot over the left field wall that put the Chinooks up 5-2. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 now. Hartman delivers it high. It is 2-0. Here in the top of the 6th, the Chinooks, I mean, we know what the Bucs can do. They've pitched it well, and the Chinooks have handled the Bucs quite well. Chopper high, and the throw won't get him. It gets away, in fact. Mitchell turning for second, and that will be... Well, that was a really good throw. Nearly got him at second there, but nevertheless, it's a single for Mitchell that turned into 2. So a good hit there. And that's a good way to start it out. Runner on second with nobody gone. Tim Reynolds 0 for 2 today. Struck out looking both times. And as I was saying, you know, against this Bucs team, I know we've handled them well so far, but we know their bats can get real hot real quick. So, I mean, if we can get any insurance, that would be great. I mean, we know what happened on Sunday against the Miners. Had a 8-0 lead. Let it go all the way. Of course, we came out victorious. What resiliency the Chinooks showed that night. But tonight, it'd be good to just get just a good win without too much drama at the end. We'll see if we can manage that. Insurance would help that quite a bit. 5-2, runner on second. Reynolds shows bunt, laid down real nicely. The throw over to first will get him. Sacrifice bunt there for Reynolds. And that will be one out, runner on third now. Trent Cornell at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Trent Cornell. He's got Jake Mitchell on third there. Got space down both lines. So if he can pull or push one, that would probably be best case scenario here. 0-1. He's got a lot of speed. He pulls this one foul. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to Cornell. He's got Mitchell on third. Only one out here. Aiden Tausier waiting on deck. Swing and a miss. And Trent Cornell sprinting over to first. Throws high, but gets him anyway. So Trent Cornell goes down swinging. And Aiden Tausier will take the plate with 2 gone. And runner on third. Would love to be able to get him home, make it 6-2. Hartman comes set and delivers. Good pitch there at the knees. It's 0-1. Tausier flew out his first time up, singled and scored in the third, walked in the fourth. Mixed bag so far. What will it be this time around? Here's the 0-1 pitch from Hartman on the ground and scooped up by Underhill over to first in time. That will do it. They strand Mitchell on third. Can't do anything with it. And it'll be no runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base. Chinooks leading it 5-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here in Anchorage.
If you want a chance at winning the Lucky Ticket prize, head over to the Pirate Stand for a chance to win great prizes. If you want to purchase season tickets, general admission, or box seats, please visit the Pirate Stand located behind the box seats on the third base side of the ballpark.
Leading off here in the bottom of the 6th for the Bucs, it is James Provencio. He is 1 for 2, excuse me, here in this ball game. Bucs are looking to get back into it. 5-2, they trail, but as we've seen over the past week or so, no lead is safe here in the ABL. 0-1. Chinooks have to keep their foot on the gas. It's 0-2. Great curveball from Christian Fultz. He's back out. He is getting up there in the pitch count and pitched it well so far. They're letting him go another. See if he can finish off the 6th. 1-2. That would go a long way, I think, for the Chinooks in winning this ball game if they can get 6 solid innings out of Fultz. Did he go? No, he didn't. So it is 2-2. Good pitch there. Just couldn't quite get him to chase. Nearly pulled the trigger, but fell out of the zone. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's Provencio, Soselski, and Bantam due up. This one grounded down the line. That could be extra bases. And a good throw will hold him. So it's just a single there for Provencio. And it is going to be Cooper Soselski at the plate. Cooper Soselski, he is 1 for 2 in the game today. Single in the first, strikeout in the third. First pitch from Fultz. It's downstairs, 1-0. Runner on first with one or nobody gone. Here's the 1-0 to Soselski. This one is driven out towards left, going back at the wall. At the warning track, Hockemeyer pulls it in. So that is out number 1. It's a good run there from Hockemeyer. That would have spelled trouble for the Chinooks had it gotten down. Corey Bantam struck it, or he has struck out both times today. And he's got one gone, runner on first. It is Provencio. And Fultz will throw over. Trying to keep Provencio right there. This one chopped foul down the first base side. It's 0-1. We're making our way through this game pretty quickly. Actually, we're only an hour and we're an hour and a half in, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. So not too bad, especially the way we've seen our past few games go. Definitely been long ones, about 3 hours on each of those. 1-1. And this one's poked high into the air, nearing foul territory. It just goes foul. Wrong side of the line there for Bantam. 1-2. On deck is Ren Matsuzaki. One ball, 2 strikes here. Runner on first. It is Provencio. Thanks to everyone who's stuck with us. 5-2 ball game. Chinooks lead it. Hoping for win number 2 on the season. It's high. 2-2 to Bantam. It'd always be good to steal a game from league leading Bucs. Two and two now. Got him looking. Corey Bantam goes down. He knew it, too. He was already headed off to the dugout. That's 3 strikeouts in this ball game for him. So 2 gone, runner on first as Ren Matsuzaki comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch back in the second. Fultz delivers. Curveball in there. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Second base playing pretty deep there. That's Carson Clark. He's playing in that green section of turf. The here at Mulcahy Stadium, the turf extends a little bit out into the outfield. And he's playing all the way out there. Doesn't work out, as that's a base hit for Ren Matsuzaki. So it's runners on first and second with 2 gone. Grant Haas, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 today, and he'll step in. There are 2 gone, but an opportunity for the Bucs to maybe get right back into this ball game. 3 runs Not enough to be comfortable here. And one good swing from Haas could cut into this lead quite a bit. 0-1 for sure. Make it 5-3 with a hit to the outfield, maybe even 5-4. Of course, if he hits one out like we've been seeing all day, it's a tie ball game. Good stop there from Reynolds. Keeps it in front. It is 1-1. One ball, one strike. The lefty Fultz comes set from the stretch. Here it comes. This one's lifted high into the air. Easily playable for Peridot, and that will do it. The Chinooks get out of it. Bucs strand 2. It was no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Bucs. Chinooks leading 5-2 here in here in Anchorage after 6. Excited about a fun weekend with family and friends? Make it happen by being safe on the road. Designate a sober driver. Slow down. We want you to arrive alive. This message brought to you by the Alaska Highway Safety Office. It is the top of the 7th here in Anchorage. Isaiah Peridot is at the plate for the Chinooks. They lead it 5-2, looking to extend the lead here in the 7th. This one on the ground. It'll stay fair, but scooped up in time for out number 1. So Peridot goes down to start the 7th. Carson Clark, who's 2 for 3 today, a double and a triple in the ball game, he'll take the plate. First pitch here to Clark. Hartman delivers just low, and it is 1-0. The 1-0 pitch, it's lifted high and out of play behind him. 1-1 now. One ball, one strike. Hartman comes set. Delivery is in there. I don't know. I mean, again, tough angle for me, but I thought that was in the turf. He'll say it's on the bottom left corner, 1-2. This one driven right down the line. That was turned on real hard, and this could be 3 again for Clark. We'll see if he turns for it. He will. And not going to be close. And that is another triple for Carson Clark. He's having himself a big day today. He's got a total of 8 bases today. 2 triples and a double. You don't see that very often. Brady Groves at the plate He's 2 for 3. He's got a home run and a single. So it's a runner on third with 1 out. Surely the Chinooks should be able to get 1 home here. But the season so far has told us otherwise. They've done it sometimes, but not at a high clip. Can Brady Groves send Clark home? Swing and a miss. It is 1-1. Wind dead right now. Flag just hanging straight down. Outside, and it is 2-1. Carson Clark on third, 1 gone. On deck is Tate Green. Brady Groves fouls it away, 2-2. Count is even. Trace Hartman has pitched it fairly well today. Hasn't given up a run quite yet, but has put some runners on for sure. Groves lines this one out. That will drop for a base hit. Add another one to Brady Groves' day. An RBI single. Carson Clark comes home to score. 6-2. Chinooks lead. So Tate Green, he is at the plate, 1 for 3 today. Runner on first with 1 out. 6-2. Chinooks lead it. Throw over to first. Doesn't get him. First pitch to Green. Fastball right down Main Street, and it is 0-1. Chinooks reached double-digit hits on that Grove single. And, man, like you mentioned, that cotton is really starting to blow in as the wind has now picked back up. It's blowing straight out towards left now, just across the playing field. It's 0-1. That ball, there's a lot to dissect on that play. That was a fastball well inside. Green showed bunt and kind of took the bunt attempt with him down to the ground and fouled it away. So it's 0-2. Hartman delivers. Swing and a miss. And that will do it for Tate Green. There's 2 gone now. Goes down swinging. Nick Hockmeyer at the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. Two gone. Runner on first is Brady Groves. Nick Hockmeyer at the plate. The throw over to first. Not in time. It's fouled away. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Hartman. It is fouled away again, so 0-2. Hockmeyer's down to his last strike here. Hartman ahead. See if Hockmeyer can battle back here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hartman comes set. Delivers. Pokes it. Foul down the first base line. So we'll do it again. He'll see another one. 6-2. Chinooks lead. Holding on here in the top of the 7th. 3 more chances for the Bucs to try and come back. It's fouled back to the screen again, so going to stay 0-2. Count seems to be frozen. No balls, 2 strikes. Groves on first. He will try for second, and there's no throw, so a stolen base for Groves. Add that to his already great day. One ball, two strikes. Here's the 1-2. This one on the ground. Scooped up by Haas and over in time for out number 3. So the Chinooks get 1 run on the Brady Groves single after Carson Clark triples for the second time today. It was those 2 hits. And there were no errors. And 1 left on base. On to the bottom of the 7th we go. We have your 7th inning stretch coming up. 6-2, Chinooks lead it here in Anchorage.
At this time, we would like to recognize any current and former military and first responders. Please stand. Please give them a big round of applause and thank you for your service.
Luke McCoy will be the new pitcher for the Chinooks. A great day by Christian Fultz on the mound. The only blemish was that 2-run home run by Landon Underhill back in the first, but otherwise 6 really great innings from Christian Fultz. He will hopefully pick up the win in this ballgame should the rest of the team close it out. McCoy's first batter here will be Kai McGarry. It's fouled off. 0-1. McGarry, he is over 2 today. Did have a walk in the second. McCoy, in his 3 appearances on the season, it's been 5 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, as McGarry swings through that one. It's 0-2. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts for an ERA of 3.18. Here's the 0-2 pitch from the windup. Just misses low, and it's 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes. This one just fouled away. So we'll do it again at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. McCoy out of Seton Hill University. From the windup, here's the 1-2. This one is labeled out into center field. It'll drop for a base hit. That's McGarry's first of the day. So a leadoff single gets the Bucs rolling here. Logan Ewell at the plate. He's 0 for 1, has had 2 walks today. Luke McCoy. I believe he just switched hands as this one's lifted high out into center. Peridot underneath it. That is out number 1. But, again, I believe he switched from the left hand to the right. Went lefty on McGarry and then right to Ewell, which obviously I know. I mean, if you can do it, that's great, but you don't see that too often. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and I saw it incorrectly, but I'm going to be watching for that. See, and the ball gets away, and that will send McGarry over to second. No throw. So it's now runner on second with 1 gone. Luke Taylor, who's 0 for 3 today, definitely been quiet, and it's unusual. He's one of the better players in this league, and 0 for 3 is really helping the Chinooks, to be honest. He can be kind of the X factor on this Bucs team, but again, there's enough pieces to, get wins without him. But when he's hot, not a whole lot you can do. I'll read the stats coming into the game. 286. He had an off game yesterday, so that's kind of why that dropped. But 286, 10 hits, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. So definitely some gaudy numbers this early in the season. It's 0-2 to Taylor after that pitch is fouled off. And again, I'm not counting all those stats from exhibition games. So it's only about 2 weeks of play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's outside and down the stairs, 1-2. McGarry over there on second. Center fielder out of Arizona State. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Got him on the bottom right corner. Great pitch from McCoy, and there's 2 gone. Now you have Landon Underhill, who homered his first time up, singled in the 3rd, but grounded out his last time up. Landon Underhill has been phenomenal today. Can he drive in 1 more with 2 outs? It is McGarry on first, or excuse me, on second, that is. First pitch from McCoy misses low. It is 1-0. Underhill out of Dallas Baptist University, playing second today. Here's the 1-0. It's lifted high in the air, but out of play, so it's 1-1. The Chinooks searching for win number 2 here. They got win number 1 in Palmer on Sunday in a wild one. I don't really have, I hopefully won't have time this inning to go into all of that, as it's strike 2 on the inside. 1-2 now. And, it was 12-9. If you watched it, you know. But that was one of the crazier games I've seen in the ABL. But looking for win 2 in 3 days. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here for Underhill. McCoy having to face the hardest part of the lineup. If he can get to the 8th, it should get a little bit easier. This one's lifted high in the air. Wind's blowing in now, and Hockemeyer couldn't quite get there, so it was playable, but just too long of a run. So we'll do it again at 2-2. 2 outs. McGarry on second. Chinooks really wanting to get out of this thing. Move on to the 8th. We'll be starting to taste win number 2. If they can get this out right here. Got him on the outside half. Underhill just stands there. And that is out number 3. Good pitch from McCoy. And he gets 2 dangerous hitters to go down looking. It was no runs on 1 hit. No errors. And they strand our runner on second. Chinooks leading it 6-2 after 7. New Bucs pitcher here in the top of the 8th. It's Tanner Hale out of Feather River Community College, hometown of Reno, Nevada. In his 2 appearances, it was 1 start. He only pitched 1 inning. Gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. No walks, 1 strikeout for an ERA of 45. Stats can be deceiving sometimes, though, especially in that small of a sample size. We'll see if he can get some punch-outs right here. Jake Mitchell will lead things off for the Chinooks. He is 2 for 3, had a home run in the 4th. He crushed that ball over the left field fence, then singled in the 6th. 0-1. Outside, and it is 1-1 now to Mitchell. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it is 1-2 now. There's a big gap up the middle. Short and second playing pretty close to first and third, respectively. Here's the 1-2. It's lifted high in the air, and hardly having to move is Logan Ewell. That is out number 1. So now it is Tim Reynolds. He's 0 for 3 today. See if he can get hit number 1, not only of the game, but of the ABL season right here off of Tanner Hale. First pitch to Reynolds. Swing and a miss. It is 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1. High. And it is 1-1 now. One pitch. Hale delivers. This one's lifted high into the air. Going back towards the warning track, and it's caught by Kai McGarry. So Reynolds gives it a good ride, but it is going to come up just a little bit short. A little too much air underneath it. I think it would have bounced off the wall for a double had he just been able to get a little bit more on top of it. Trent Cornell at the plate. He's 0 for 3. It's 1-0 after that pitch misses. One and 0. That pitch misses just high, and it is 2-0 now. There are 2 gone, nobody on base, so Hale looking for a bounce-back appearance after what seems to be not a hot start, but he's going to get a base hit. Cornell heading for second. That's a good throw. It might get him, no. Slides in, and that is a double for Trent Cornell, his first hit of the day. Feeling good after that. So what was 2 outs, nobody on, now is 2 outs with a runner on second and the top of the lineup back at the plate. Aiden Tauscher, who's kind of had a mixed bag today. He is 1 for 3 with a walk in there as well. So if he can put one in the outfield, should make it 7-2. Would be the insurance run they need. Which, barring a very big comeback, one we saw, much like the one given by the Miners on Sunday, would be pretty good. I think we should be all right. But like I've said, no lead is comfortable here in the ABL. 0-2. Can Tauscher put this ball in play? He's behind right now. Where does Hale go? The 0-2 pitch. Low, and it's 1-2 now. Aiden Tauscher, the right fielder today, out of Adams State University, hometown of Murrieta, California. He'll stand back in. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hale comes set. This one's poked straight at Haas over to first in time for out number 3. The Chinooks are able to put one on, but can't bring him home. That will do it for the top of the 8th. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, and there was 1 left on. 6-2, Chinooks lead it as we head on to the bottom of the 8th here in Anchorage. Bottom of the 8th here in Anchorage. Chinooks lead at 6-2. Luke McCoy back out after a pretty nice 7th inning of work. Sent the Bucs packing scoreless. And the leadoff man for the Bucs here in this inning is going to be James Provencio. He is 2 for 3 today, so a dangerous hitter, but after that, it is Siselski and Bantam who are combined 1 for 6 today. Luke Cole checking in. He's looks like he's traveling all over the Midwest. Yesterday was in Springfield, Missouri. Today in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Lives in Kansas, if I am correct there. So glad to have him watching from wherever his travels are taking him. But agreed. Let's go Nooks. Looking for win number 2. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-1 to Provencio. It's fouled off. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Luke McCoy. From the windup, here's the 0-2. It's softly ground towards Cornell. He picks it up. Throw over to first in time. That is out number 1. Chinooks 5 outs away now from a victory here in Anchorage. That's the guy you needed to get out here in the 8th. And they did it. He came into the game batting .385, was 2 for 3 prior to this at-bat, and they got him. Cooper Siselski at the plate now. He is 1 for 3 today. Again, you know, in this Bucs lineup, anyone is primed for a hit at any point. So definitely no batters off, that's for sure. And I know Luke McCoy knows that. 1-0 to Siselski. It's lifted into foul territory, out of play. 1-1. That's a souvenir ball for somebody. Not a huge crowd today, as I mentioned earlier, but I also can't tell to the full extent. Again, up here in this press box, I can't see all the seats, only a few bleachers on the end. But from what I can tell, not the biggest crowd, and you know, it's a cloudy Tuesday evening, so makes a little bit of sense, I'd have to say. 2-1, and you know, we don't get as many fans here at Mulcahy Stadium as we used to. These Anchorage teams don't bring them in like they used to. There's a lot of different factors, but you know, it's let's just say we'd like to see it come back. But I think one of the biggest steps would be to fix up this ballpark a little bit. It's a great ballpark, just needs a little renovation. High on the infield, Tate Green makes the play for out number 2. So 2 gone. Runner to the it is Corey Bantam to the plate. He's 0 for 3, struck out every time. But yeah, I mean this is a great ballpark, the best we have in the area. It just needs definitely some renovations. Obviously, there's some better views. I would argue that Lee Jordan Field has a much better view than here. It's just trees and a few taller buildings in the background, which, you know, we'll take it, but we'll take, I think, our view in Chugiak just about any day over the one here at Mulcahy. This one's lifted high into the air, out towards center. Peridot coming in on it and flashes the leather and puts the squeeze on it for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Bucs. In short order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. On to the 9th inning we go. Last chance for the Chinooks to extend the lead. They lead it 6-2 here in Anchorage. There's going to be Tanner Hale on the mound for the Bucs here as we enter the 9th inning of play. Chinooks looking to extend their lead. They lead 6-2. They'll start things out with Isaiah Peridot. It's Peridot, Clark, Groves due up. A dangerous streak of hitters at the plate. First pitch to Peridot. Here it comes. Misses outside. It's 1-0. Kind of going back to what I was talking about as far as crowds here in Anchorage go. One of the, I was saying need some renovations is stadium, which that's true, but that's probably not the biggest reason. As that's a strike on the bottom right corner. It's 1-1. And that misses outside. 2-1 now. I think one of the biggest things is just that, like you're saying, it looks pretty much the same. I mean, it's deteriorated a little bit, but that's not really the biggest issue. It's just the fact that Anchorage is a much bigger city than these other teams that are playing in it, and as the city has grown, and there's just more things to do around here, and they don't have the community focus as, teams like the Chinooks or the Miners or even the Oilers when they're in the league. So, there's 2 teams here in Anchorage. The Bucs and the Pilots don't have the same way to rally around in the same way, as Peridot will take first on ball 4. And obviously, one other thing to note, the talent's not like it used to be. I know when Mulcahy Stadium was built, we were getting some of the top talent in the nation coming up to play here in the ABL. And we're still getting very high-level talent, but the combination of that and just people aren't, as interested in baseball here in 2025 in Alaska as people were back, like you mentioned, in 1969 and 70s and 80s. So it's a combination of things. There's a balk, and Peridot will head on over to second. But nevertheless, this is still a fun league, fun ballpark to be at, and a good environment, But yeah, there's definitely been some upgrades. It's obviously Mulcahy Stadium started with the Glacier Pilots. Then the Bucs came in later. Fastball at the knees, that is strike 2. This is Carson Clark, who is 3 for 4 today. 2 triples and a double. So he's been dangerous all day. He's got a runner on second with 1 ball, 1 strike. But I guess just to put a bow on it, there's a lot of factors, but we're just hoping that if we improve the league more, get more teams back in it, we can bring crowds up. But if not, we still know that our crowds are going to show up in Chugiak, support our Chinooks, and we appreciate all of you that support us. Fly out to center there for Carson Clark, and now it is Brady Groves at the plate. It's low, 1-0. Runner on second, 1 out. I guess one other thing to say, it's very, it's pretty cool that we have a stadium for baseball in a state like this that, baseball is probably not the leading sport in Alaska. Not a whole lot of time to play baseball outside. And, we don't really have any sort of football stadium. The one right over next to us is one of the only real ones outside of the high school fields themselves, as it's 3-0 to Groves. So just being able to have a baseball field like this in the state is really a blessing, as it is 3-1. Yeah, exactly. The Gold Panthers in Fairbanks, they outdraw both of these Anchorage teams. And again, from everything I've heard, they have a pretty nice stadium up there too. As Groves will walk on over to first. And obviously they're not even in the league right now. They play independently, and we're hoping to get them back in the league soon, but they just don't. They want to be back in the league. They've expressed interest, but the way they play, they go play in the National Baseball Congress tournaments and try and make some money. So the way they schedule right now doesn't fit with ABL play. So they're kind of having to figure out how they want to do that. As this one's lifted down the line, this one may drop, and it will. Just fair, and that will score 2. Make it 8-2 Chinooks. An RBI double for Tate Green. Starting to shake up here in the Mulcahy Stadium press box because of how excited everyone is. We have, I believe, some Chinook guys to the left of me doing the radar gun, so I think that's why we've got so much shaking going on up here. But that will score Groves and Peridot. Runner on second is Tate Green. And so the Chinooks do end up extending their lead here. 8-2. It is Nick Hockmeyer at the plate. Still only 1 out. Here's the 1-0. It's just foul down the first base side, so 1-1 now. But yeah, it's been a fun league to have all these years up here in Alaska, and we're hoping it's on the rise. Get the Oilers back, maybe the Gold Panthers, and we have a pretty entertaining league for years to come, and just hopefully get some top talent back up here. You know, I mean, you're watching this game right now. There's been plenty of talent out there today. As that one gets by, and so Green goes on to third. Two and one with 1 gone. Runner on third is Tate Green. Here's the 2-1 to Hockmeyer. Hale comes set. Kicks and throws. This one is lined out towards center, going back on it. It'll drop for a base hit. It's going to roll to the wall. Green comes jogging on home. Hockmeyer headed for third. And that is an RBI triple for Nick Hockmeyer. The Chinooks firing on all cylinders today. They're not even going to have to put out a real closer. Tate Green makes it 9-2 as he walks across the plate. So it's still only 1 out with Jake Mitchell coming to the plate. 9-2 is the score. And this is as this is a just starting to become a blowout. Probably our most complete game wire to wire. Pitching and hitting finally both coming together. And this is what we've been searching for from the beginning. Says it looks run down too up there in Fairbanks. Yeah, I believe that. I haven't been up there to see it myself, so I'm going to take your word for it. I mean, obviously I've been to Fairbanks, but I haven't seen the stadium. So, you know. But, like you said, hasn't really kept them from being successful up there. 1-2 to Mitchell. It'd be fun to get up there and watch the Midnight Sun game sometime. That one just happened on Saturday. It was featured the Pilots and the Gold Panthers. Gold Panthers won it 3-1 over the Pilots. This one's on the ground. It'll shoot through the gap. Make it 10-2. Jake Mitchell, an RBI single. The dugout just loving it today. What a win this will be from the Chinooks. 10-2. East Street What's your name so I don't have to keep calling you Eastry? We love having you in the chat, and I appreciate having someone to talk to. It makes this stream a lot more fun. And we love seeing you with your red umbrella in the stands every game. 1-0. It is Tim Reynolds at the plate. He's still searching for hit number 1. Maybe with this momentum, he can get it. Throwing over to first, not in time. One ball, one strike. It is not in time to get Mitchell. On deck, it is Trent Cornell, who doubled his last time up. Here's the 1-1. Hale kicks and throws. Foul tip, and it is 1-2. Still only 1 out. This has been a big 9th inning for the Chinooks. Curious to see who they'll throw here in the 9th. Up this big. Probably not going to throw a real closer, but she also might throw Evan Rossi, who is normally our closer, in there just because he hasn't gotten a whole ton of reps. 2-2. So all those who've come home to score in this inning, it's been Peridot, Groves, Hockemeyer, and Green. This one's on the ground, up the middle. Tim Reynolds breaks through. Gets hit number 1, and he's all smiles there on first. And the momentum continues. Deborah says, tell Tim to use Tate's bat. Doesn't look like he needs it. He gets his first hit of the season. Jake Mitchell over to second. And the Bucs coach is going to head on out to home plate there, and we'll see if he get a pitching change, or not home plate, excuse me, the mound. Mark, thank you. Appreciate it. I won't have to call you E Street Mobile now. So they're not going to make a substitution here. And again, thank you to everyone who's stuck with us. It's been an exciting game, which looks to be surely a Chinooks win here. Top of the 9th right now. They're going to leave Hale on the mound. Trent Cornell at the plate. He's got runners on first and second. It's Mitchell at second. Reynolds at first. Only 1 out still, so potentially more runs to come. It's outside, 1-0. This has been a complete team game today for the Chinooks. I don't want to call it a victory yet because, I mean, we saw on Sunday the Miners come back from down 8-0 to take the lead. So I don't want to do that yet, but it's been a very complete game from the Chinooks. From start to finish, has hit it well, gotten timely hits, pitched incredibly well. Almost no blemishes except for that one shot by Landon Underhill in the first. It is 2-1 here to Cornell. It is 2-2. He swings through that. Mark, you say you lived in the Valley for most of your years. Do you live in the Chugiak Eagle River area now, or do you commute to Chinooks games from the Valley. As that will score another one, make it 11-2. A base hit for Trent Cornell keeps the Chinook momentum going. Mitchell across to score, and it's going to keep getting even better for the Chinooks. Running the score up 11-2. Tim Reynolds over at second. And back to the top, it is Aiden Tauscher. We have batted around here in this inning. First pitch to Tauscher. On the ground. They'll get one, and that will do it. Tauscher grounds into a double play, but man, was that fun. They add 5 runs there in the top of the 9th. There was 5 hits, no errors, and only 1 left on base. We head on to the bottom of the 9th, where the Chinooks look to close this thing down. It will indeed be Evan Rossi, so we'll get you his stats when we come back. 11-2, Chinooks lead it here in Anchorage. Evan Rossi will be the pitcher to shut it all down for the Chinooks here in the bottom of the 9th. They lead it 11-2, closing in on victory number 2 of the season, trying to move to 2-7. But getting one off the best team in the league right now will be an accomplishment. That is for sure. No less, 11-2. In Rossi's 2 appearances, it was 1 win, 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts for an ERA of 3.86. He'll have to mow down Matsuzaki, Haas, and McGarry to finish this thing off. Rossi kicks and throws. Just misses outside. It is 1-0. Okay, I got you. You live in Palmer, grew up in Wasilla. Well, we love having you at Chinook games. It's always fun, like I've said, to see the red umbrella out on the hill. So we appreciate you and all the rest of you who supported us by coming to games or just listening here to our stream. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, it is way more fun to talk to an audience. So I thank you for that. And we've treated you to a big win today, courtesy of pretty much the whole lineup. I can't see anyone who is hitless. I don't believe, actually, Peridot technically doesn't have a hit. He's been on a number of times, but doesn't technically have a hit. Everybody else has a hit on the day. This one, it's stopped by Rossi. Can he get it over in time? Not quite. He stopped it with his glove, couldn't locate it. And that's going to be, I believe, a base hit for Matsuzaki. Grant Haas at the plate. He is 0 for 3 today. It is 1-0. It missed just low on the fastball. Here's the 1-0. It's outside. 1 or 2 balls, no strikes. Rossi trying to finish this thing out. Might as well just finish it 11-2. Fastball right down the middle. It's 2-1 now. It's been a fun day at the ballpark. No question about it. Not too bad as far as weather goes. And that's lined straight at Clark. Back over to first. That's a double play. And there's 2 gone. Bases empty. And that should wrap things up. 1 out away from a victory. It will all be in the hands of Kai McGarry, who is 1 for 3. Has a walk as well. Actually, it's going to be a pinch hitter. Austin Gamel. See what he can do against Evan Rossi here. 1 out away from a huge victory here in Anchorage. It's on the ground. Tate Green scoops it up. Throw on to first in time. That will do it. 11-2, your Chinooks take down the league-leading Anchorage Bucs. What a day to be a Chinooks fan. And we will move to 2-7. Bucs fall to 7-3. And we needed it. A big win. I would say dominated from start to finish, but little blip there in the first. Dominance from the 3rd inning on. We'll call it that. It was a full team effort from the Chinooks. A big hitting performance today. 2 home runs courtesy of Groves and Mitchell. And yeah, the pitching was phenomenal. Christian Foltz, the 1 blemish in the first, but went 6 full innings. Got the outs when he needed to. That's what you ask for from a starter. Played great. McCoy came in, did the same, and Evan Rossi finished the job off. What a day for the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. Tomorrow, we're back out to Palmer against the Miners. Let me go over some final line scores here before I get into the rest of the schedule. For the Bucs, it was 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and 9 left on, or excuse me, that is 8 left on base. And for your Chinooks, 11 runs on 17 hits, no errors, and 9 left on base. What a day for the Chinooks. I've said it a number of times, but this is the one we need. I've been saying it. The 2 things that the Chinooks have been missing since we started official ABL play. 1 was we haven't been able to put good pitching and good hitting together. We did just that today. That was the recipe for our first, really feel-good win. Obviously, the one on Sunday was really fun, and you do feel good about it. A lot of resilience, but, man, giving up 8-0 lead, that's pretty rough. The way we won that game was just simply we out-hit the Miners, which isn't going to happen every time. So while it was awesome, this is the recipe for success. Great pitching and hitting. As I've said, the other thing that has been the storyline is, can we hit with runners in scoring position? We hadn't through most of the season, and we did on Sunday. That was the key to the victory there. And today, we did it fairly well. It wasn't perfect, but we did definitely enough. A lot of hits. 17 hits should win you any ball game you play. So a great day, to be a Chinook. And let's take a look at the upcoming schedule. 2 more before we have a day off on Friday. It is going to be, like I said, off to Palmer tomorrow against the Miners. And then against the Bucs once more. But again, it's in Chugiak on Thursday. So Palmer tomorrow at 6 o'clock against the Miners. On Thursday, back home against the Bucs at 6 o'clock. Then it is an off day on Friday. And we will hope to see you tomorrow. Keep an eye on the weather with that all-natural playing surface. Rain may play a factor, so keep an eye on that. But hopefully, rain will hold off and we can play tomorrow in the Valley. Palmer against the Miners. We'll hope to see you then. I am Clayton Jackson. On behalf of all of us here with the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks AIA Baseball, I will see you tomorrow, 6 o'clock in Palmer.